Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Back with SF1 1v1 tournament, guys. We are now in the midst of round one. 7 guys already qualified. This is the 8th match of round one. It is one that quite a few people have been waiting to see. It is between Benny and we also have here DIDDY, the new guy in GP3 for next season. So this is going to be rather interesting, should I say the least. We're going to learn a lot about DIDDY and we already know what Benny can do. So basically, I'm going to click spectate. And we're rolling. So, obviously we've got here once again myself, Carlos, who will be heading off partway through. We've got Skillen, and we've also got, from the start for a change, Mo's here, after beating Real Steel in one of the shock results of the round. So, and we've got John also here. Mate, you know it was, but this isn't why we're here today. Right now we've got basically Benny and Diddy Dude, who we're going to see for the first time. So it's going to be quite a interesting round, should we say the least?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, mate. For obviously we will get Jono into spectate mode as well, and he is here, but we'll obviously bring him into the, you know, the main fold at the end of the first race. So.
Do we know this guy's pace at all?
No. Which is amazing. Not yet, mate. We'll wait for the first race, bro. Just so we don't disrupt the connection, and then Benny versus Diddy. Big one.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, mate, I have to crack open a beer for this. This is going to be fucking quality.
I know. Because we know what Benny can do, and it's very interesting to see what Diddy can do.
This is what a lot of people will be tuning in for.
They're
taking their time, aren't they?
I will be streaming a couple more tomorrow, guys, as well. We do have a crunch match tomorrow, which a lot of people will be interested in. Towley versus AJ. But that, of course, is going to be tomorrow night. We're here now. I'm going to go and wait and see what these two guys can do. Which one?
AJ.
I'm
running on board with Benny right now.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, mate, let's get focused on
else?
We've got AJ Air. I guess that's the one, yeah. So Benny is there. Diddy is there. Right, it's going to be interesting. So
they're really close.
They are, mate.
They're really close. Two tenths? I'm calling 2 tenths.
Nah, a bit more than that, mate. But we're going to see, let them. Obviously, if they need to concentrate, etc., we'll obviously separate off into they're actually in the party right now, guys. So if we're talking a bit too much, obviously we will let them separate after the first race. But it's pretty close at the moment, actually. I'm going to be right on board with Diddy Dude, just really to kind of get an insight as to, oh, Jesus Christ, not really the best.
Bit of a swerve there.
This is probably the one track, I'd say, where the wheel doesn't really favour the pad. Going through the castle, for example, and Diddy's really struggling here at the moment, it would seem. Struggling greatly, actually, it would seem. So, but obviously, this is only qualifying, you know. I faced that Puerto Rican.
Don't get points in qualifying.
Oh, exactly. I mean, amazing of the Puerto
Carlos
Rican.
all about that.
Yeah, mate, trust me.
Carlos did what?
Today's earliest stream. But anyway, we've got here, Benny is going to be flying through now.
Yep, down the main street.
This may be an eye-opener for
It's got to be a 41 flat.
I think I'm calling a 41. I don't think we've had a 41 flat.
I'm going to be.
Robbo got 41 flat earlier.
I'm going to be a bit ambitious. I'm going to go for
at least a second, it looks like.
More than that, mate. It's a 40.8.
Oh, 40.8.
Jesus, man. Oh, it was an invalidated lap by Diddy anyway, but Jesus,
on speed records.
That's the quickest round. That's the quickest lap of round one. Round Baku.
Do you know he's got 131.2 for Malaysia on time trial as well?
I did notice, and everyone else improved. Diddy did actually get 44.8 before the invalidation happened as well, there, folks. So, but like we said, as we've obviously proven, qualifying does mean nothing, really, as we've proven. You know, obviously I know that Steele got poles over Mo, Rara got poles over me, didn't he? You know, Catherine got 4 pole positions. It's all what happens at that first
poles
corner.
over me. I got 3 out of 4.
Yo, Catherine got 5.
Got 1. Listen, mate.
No,
come on.
Oh, pause. I got 3 poles and he got 1.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what, mate. For the next stream, I'll let you take the fucking lead, mate. Alright?
No, I don't want to get your channel demonetised.
You're on the way to doing it. My reactions towards you.
I think we'll get it monetized, to be honest with you.
He probably fucking would, actually.
Like, added entertainment.
Oh, mate.
It is entertainment.
Me
until
and
it gets
Mo,
banned.
are you around on Sunday? Can we do a commentary together, mate? It'll be fucking brutal, won't it? Fucking hell. Anyway, guys, we are
I'll
going.
need
Let's
to
get back
put on
concentrated.
my
Here we go.
worries.
So
5
get
red
back. We've got
lights.
5 red lights here. And it's away we go.
They were really.
Benny jumps out to a nice early lead there. Let's watch these two go around here. Benny's
That's quite a
taking
big
it.
lead just off the start there.
Oh.
Did he have a little
He
bait
had a
move
little
there?
look there.
Oh, did it?
Oh,
Really?
good save there. Good
Got a bit
save
too
there.
close there.
The thing is, as we've obviously mentioned all the way through today, and we've all covered these races, haven't we? Or everyone in party, it's all about whether Diddy can play the long game and keep pace with Benny, which is something. It is something if, you know, if Diddy can keep the long game with Benny, which will be something, of course, for Benny's pace. It will be an amazing achievement just to kind of keep pace with it.
Yeah. Because as we know, Benny's really quick despite Bingley in the championship.
Yeah, man.
Right now the gap's increasing 1.9 seconds as we go through the first sector.
Oh, he's
He's chipped
Damage
off
on
his
the left.
front wing, but that won't be
Yeah.
Be too
it'll
detrimental.
slightly
Possibly
affect
a high ballast.
but
To be fair, it looks like it, doesn't it? It's almost like, it would seem almost like a time trial setup, isn't it? Almost in a way. Almost unedited. It seemed just by the way he kind of slid in there. But let's have a watch of how he goes around this particular corner. It's almost a scout mission.
Yeah, it's
See,
like
we've got
there was
a
no
load of new drivers
correction,
in this.
so he was. It's like he was expecting it to go through with no correction.
but like there.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ. If you switch over, guys, to
Thank you,
Benny,
mate.
look at the... It's almost like a total difference in styles, but Diddy, of course, finding his feet. Obviously, the wing does not help.
So
It-
will
it's-
Diddy go into the pits?
No,
All
Also,
seconds.
there've been
not-
in this particular case, but there will be no point. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just to finish.
Just to finish, I mean, obviously we saw Scotty earlier on. Myself and Carlos covered that race, and Scotty did really well up until
oh,
about
it's
3.
here.
Oh, I've not watched that. Oh dear, it's not looking good for Diddy so far. Oh,
Oh, he's really not having fun here.
no, it's not looking good for him at the moment. I think Benny is going to take a 1-0 lead in the series unless tragedy strikes Benny. I mean, he has had a couple of incidents, obviously, in the GP1 series.
He's got no wing.
God, wing off. Jesus.
He lost the wing before that corner, by the way.
It was turn 3 that he lost it, wasn't it? Or turn 2, sorry.
I think it might just be the pressure, because this is his first race. I told him he'd be straight in against one of the big guys.
I was going to say, I reckon for the next race they both leave party as well. Just simply so they can kind of get in their zone. I mean, it really, really helped Carlos earlier, as we were talking obviously in private, myself and Carlos. Me and Jono were talking about it as well, actually, before Carlos jumped in.
I was in the party with Steele.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and he's
Diddy's gone.
it. That's it.
Not going well so far for him. This is the one place.
You're in the castle here, and these cars
It's
just
the
out of view
one
at the
place. The one place you don't want to spin. This is looking
bottom. That's it.
rather dominant at the moment.
Oh dear, oh dear.
No. We'll say, Carlos, thanks for tonight, mate. Anyway, I will be obviously doing a couple tomorrow. But here comes Benny then across the line.
See you later, Carlos.
We need to get someone on that. Yeah, man.
What's he going to do during the S's?
We'll have to have a look.
That's the lift off in this. There's no way
will.
going
It's such a
flat
shame.
on that.
It's such an unfortunate debut. But it's a very, very good
Oh,
vantage
did they
point that me and
back
Jono, who is actually in party by the way, Jono, of course, he will be jumping in after race 1. Basically, it's to finish first, mate. You've got to finish. And he does pit in. Now, this will be... Oh, very nicely slowed down there, actually. But even though he is pitting, it's going to be a good minute he'll be behind. One mistake from Benny, guys, and your wheel's gone. It's not over. I mean, we've witnessed, obviously. I mean, in Mo's race earlier, I mean, I know Steele was leading a couple of them. I kind of was in and out of it quite a bit because I was obviously kind of trying to arrange tonight's thing, and we've had about 3 cancellations tonight as well. Obviously being put off till tomorrow. But I did notice that Steele retired mode, didn't he? From was it 2 races he retired from as well? I'm sure it was 2.
No, he went to the end of every race.
Oh, did he? Who was it who retired? I can't bloody remember. I know Scotty retired from all of them, but it's just a case of, for example, if you're still there at the end, Benny may have a problem. For example, on lap 5, you know, it could happen. It's Baku. It's the one track where one mistake, and it's pretty much curtains.
Yep. Indeed.
Benny looks like I think he's just trying to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Everybody in SF1 knows what Benny can do. I mean, he's currently in the midst of a championship chase, shall we say, with Bingley 4 rounds to go, 39-point gap. The tables are obviously up, guys, if you want to have a little bit of a budget, of course, if you haven't seen it, any new people watching. But it's literally going to be one of them cases where Benny is, obviously with no penalties now, we go to Malaysia on the weekend, and it's going to be just thrilling. Obviously, I'm in a little battle myself at the moment, but I'm under investigation by the stewards, so might have a little bit of an issue in that particular sense, like. But we are on board with Benny. Diddy, I tell you what, since he's got his wing back, I think it almost looks like he's taking a little bit more tentative than he was before, but he seems to be starting to get into his rhythm here now, in a way.
Couple of hot laps would do.
A couple of people. Oh, go on, Skill.
That's what I mean.
I was going to say, yeah, no, to back you up actually, a couple of hot laps will potentially give us a bit of a gauge into what he can do. So let's have a look.
He might.
So obviously we're not going to look at that
He might
lap.
set the fastest lap here.
So fastest lap. Oh dear! Not anymore, he won't. Oh, did he? Jesus, man. No, say it if you want. Shit. This is SF1 stream, mate. Don't worry about it. Fuck, man.
That means that Benny can retire from the race because he will be in front of him. He's covered more miles.
He can do, but obviously I don't know if Benny will. It's the same as Gerb Master. Gerb literally raced
I
every
thought you
lap.
had to go to the end even if someone retired.
You don't have to, mate. You don't have to. You don't, like, if someone retires on lap 1, mate, complete the lap, you're still going to get the 1 now. You're still going to get the 1 now. I was talking about making him go to the end, but then if they crash off, like, it's just a waste of time in a way if they crash off on lap 5. But like I said, Benny here, call it a victory lap almost in a way. Have you noticed, guys, as well, just to kind of look here, how Benny is pushing still? Rich Mix here, as he's the only guy on track. He knows it's the 1-0.
So why not?
Kai Pollock, guys, who may be a GP3 driver. Can I just sing his praises? He is absolutely fucking rapid. If we get this guy in, it'll be awesome. Has turned around and said he's starting to get into his rhythm. 1 minute later, DNF. Hashtag commentator's curse. I've cursed every fucker today and yesterday. It has been mad. Literally cursing Carlos. I cursed bloody, whatchamacallit. Who else did I? I've literally just been laying the curses down on every motherfucker, it must be said. But
I hope to God that you don't curse me when I'm up against Tomster on Thursday.
we've got a few different streams. I'm not sure if I'm covering yours, mate. Well, obviously, depending on the time, obviously, that'll be a big indication.
It's 8 PM. It's 8 PM on Thursday.
It won't be me. It'll be one of the other lads. I cover the kind of the kind of evening stream, shall we say? Benny went really wide there, actually. Not really the biggest.
I just can't believe that I DNF'd 6 or 7 in a row, and then I finished 5 in a row back at Monaco under
it's
pressure.
starting to rain as well. Just at the end, it just sort
It
of
is, look at
spits of
that.
rain.
I've never seen that before. Not on a 5-lapper. Interchangeable conditions on a 5-lapper. 1-0, guys, to Benny. If Benny does get through, the winner of this will face the winner of Senna and Operator.
That'll be a very interesting battle.
I am showing peak interest tomorrow, guys. I'll be looking for somebody to cover a 5 PM race. Swanee and Lennon for my opponent in the next round.
What is Swanee's pace?
Mine.
He's quick. He's like
Mine,
he's
if not a
quick.
little bit better.
He's alright in because I know him. Yeah, I raced him as a teammate last season. He's alright in qualifying, but seeing the race, he's just rapid. He's like the complete opposite of me. I'm really quick in qualifying, but my racecraft is just crap.
Having said
Says
that,
the guy who's now in a championship fight.
As
Guys,
of
don't
late,
ready up, by the way.
GB2, you've been killing it.
Diddy, Benny, don't ready up. We're going to bring Jono into spectate, of course.
Alrighty.
Here you come, John.
I remember getting something like 7th in Baku in a full lobby. It's just a shame I didn't make it into the first sector.
Mate, you were just behind me. You did alright, Diddy. It was just a case of... you are against possibly one of the top 3/4 guys in SF1. Out of the lot of us. You know what I mean? That's including guys like Towley. You know what I mean? Benny is top, but we do have Jono in now, guys, so... Oh, we're gonna...
Oh, hello.
An interesting one here. Someone's talking, before we get the race going, Rhodesy in the admin chat has turned around and called Robbo damn mini Bingley. Sorry, that's just a comment. But I'm sure Robbo and Bingley will both find that comment quite entertaining. But we're going to get straight on, guys. There's going to be no break now between now and the start, or now and the finish of the lobby. So get yourself going. Good luck, and obviously. There we go. So, Benny 1, Diddy 0 for a place in the second round, of course.
I think that's one of those gamer tags you get given for free to start.
I think it is, was it? It sounds like it done it. I've got a couple of corker ones that I've managed to find today. Oh, what's this here? My God, Synth's watching as well. Synth, thank you very much for watching, buddy. Welcome to the 1v1 tournament, mate. So, this is the 8th match, so halfway through round 1 now, with an absolute mental amount of matches over the next 2 days, 6 on my count, and then obviously we've got Bingley and Static still to come as well.
We're a quarter
guys,
of the way through.
Nah, man, of round 1. This is round 8. This is the 8th
Oh,
match.
wait.
Yeah.
Ignore me. That's me trying to swim that smart off.
Fucking mathematics. But
That's not one of their most strong suits.
Monaco then, guys.
No, you're lucky I didn't hear that.
I was in a dumb class in maths. Don't know what
Dumb
the
class.
1 plus 1 is.
Quite
Tournament is
degrading.
closed, basically. So, guys, just get on this. Tournament is closed now, basically, mate. But obviously, it's one of them. So we're all good, mate. I think Diddy's got a bit of a concussion after slamming into the wall after turn 1 outside the pits. But anyway, Monaco, second match of the round 1 clash between Benny and Diddy underway now, and I hate that glitch when you come into the lobby though. That's kind of awful, isn't it?
Mhm.
You don't get into broadcast mode until you're halfway up the hill, but let's see how Diddy deals with Monaco. Baku was a bit of an issue for him, so we'll see if he can kind of get Monaco under his grasp. A wheel user, of course, is Diddy.
Oh,
So
he's
this
sliding
may be-
again.
Look at that amazing catch though that time. Benny currently leading. We're going to be on board with Diddy for this one, and then we're going to be looking at
Diddy's
Benny.
in the lead.
Whoa!
Up to here,
It's
Brendan.
tight. Oh, that's close.
Oh, Jesus. Really close there. This is a lot closer. This is the track where you expect the wheel user to have a slight advantage over the pad user. Big test for Benny here. Very close to the wall there on the left-hand side. So he deals with the chicane. Oh, invalidated. That's got to be invalidated. Got to be invalidated, that.
That's where I humped it in qualifying. I turned in too early and the rear wheel just catches that.
Oh my
It's...
my God. Oh, hello.
Oh!
Hello.
Oh shit.
Hello, Sailor. Diddy, from having an amazing start to the lap, it has all just faltered by the looks of it. It's probably one word for it. Oh my God, mate.
no.
It's a qualifying lap, mate.
Yeah,
It's
Benny.
it's on ice.
Benny's
Benny
finished
takes it.
already. Jeez.
113.8.
13-8.
That's a lap and a half, mate.
Future opponents, look out.
I know.
It's off, cat.
That's everyone saying. Alright. Diddy's lap, by the way, just for those again, obviously invalidated. He got a 1 minute 19.5. Obviously, a lot of spins. Not really a true representative. We haven't actually seen a true representation of his actual pace as of yet. We're still kind of waiting to see that.
Qualifying in Baku, he was about 4 seconds off.
Yeah, because he made a mistake at first corner and then validated his lap.
Is
So
Benny and Diddy still in the party?
Pardon me.
They are, mate, but we're
Yeah, we are.
Oh, there you go. He's in. Just trying to let him concentrate a bit. the best we can. So this is for 2-0 for Benny, or will we get somebody... Did he even the series up? It could potentially happen. So
Anything can happen in Monaco.
Why is the
Crash,
camera
you
focused
never
on
know.
Random Hotel?
Let's find out.
And we're off. So we've got Diddy on the outside, Benny on the inside. Benny just straight into the lead again. What will Diddy be able to do? Will he be able to kind of keep a clean race here? I'm going to go on board with Diddy from the TV pod perspective, just to really see how he focuses on this here. Oh my god, it's almost too narrow, the lines he's taking. Compromising everything. You see Benny just up front, letting the car go free flow.
That's somewhere I really struggle. That slow chicane there.
Yeah. Hairpin is just impossible for pad users because you
have to
don't get
ride
the full
it.
lock.
You have to ride the curb, don't you, properly onto the curb, but then you're in danger of getting an invalidated lap time if you're in qualifying.
Then, yeah. Or one.
Oh, did he? Oh my god. Well, it's painful to watch, guys, isn't it?
It's very smooth from Benny.
Benny, of course, just for your guys' insights, was one of the three, including myself, to complete the 90, 100%, 78 lap Monaco Grand Prix. Did Benny, myself, him, and Clutchy. So that was kind of one thing there for him. But here comes
1:59
and a 20.1 4-second gap already on lap 1, as Jono said. Here we go. We knew Benny was going to come out not playing around. We did all know that, didn't we, of course? But one of them here.
To luck of the draw, it's like facing the final boss in a game in the first round.
Just gonna right there. Yeah, mate. Well, mate, how do you think Dino feels?
Ooh.
Oh, I lost a wee bit of wing there, but I don't see any damage in the front.
There is a bit on the right hand side, if
I
you can
do.
just see a little bit on
Slightly
the right hand side
chipped.
there. Now, this is the one track you can't afford that to happen here. The one that you can't afford it to happen on. Oh! It's almost painful, isn't it? It is painful.
Jesus.
Oh, Benny did actually tap the
no.
wall then, but no damage for Benny there. Almost like a sort of
He's hit
kiss.
a decent bit of the wings went
Oh,
off
it's
there.
off.
no.
It's gone. I think that's all off on the right hand side now, isn't it?
There's just the one little plate at the bottom. Right.
I think that's orange / red, isn't it? I think that's how they kind of justify that. Benny with a 112.8. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm really happy I'll be facing this bugger in the quarterfinals if I get that far. Cheers, mate. God, that'll be a stream and a half. God. Fucking hell. Diddy, I'll be honest with you though, Diddy, even though it's only lap 2 with no wing, or lap 3, sorry, we're just starting now, he's doing quite well to be under 10 seconds behind, considering, you know, the pedigree of Benny, and it looks like he's going to get a lot more than 10 seconds now. Fucking hell.
What's happening to Mo?
Fucking
Uh,
cat.
Cat. Yeah, there you go.
Back to the racing.
Back on board. We have then Benny already cleared the chicane here at the moment. Did he just go through the tunnel now? Bit of a tap of the wall there by Benny.
Still flying through the corners.
Mate, it's all about stamping your authority. You just want to be. I mean, I've myself personally, I've not had that luxury. Mo actually in his race had a bigger win than I had in any of my 5 of steel in Baku. So it's Benny had
Look at my
12-4.
wing in Monaco. Not great race etiquette.
You would have won. You would have got a 3-0 sweep if you hadn't. Didn't you spin as well? You hit your wing on the final corner and still got you on the outside. Is that correct?
Oh.
You would have got a sweep if you'd have managed to nail that race. But obviously, in this case, we are looking here at Diddy 15 seconds down, 2 laps to go. Benny is just, let's face it, on cruise control. Looking at round 2 already.
Yeah.
Oh, he's touched that again.
Yeah, that front wing is hurting him.
It is a shame.
But there's no
as
point.
such.
It is a big shame. And there's no point coming in for repairs. If the only time that you come in for repairs is if your front wing is like completely off.
Yep. Or maybe potentially like a lap 1 or something.
Yeah.
Guys in the comments talking basically Sint and Kai Pollitt still in there, guys. Thank you for watching. Still, it's all about, you know, as soon as you lose that, when your rhythm is gone in Monaco, it's just almost a physical impossibility to get it, and that's the answer. That's the answer. Diddy. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh Diddy dear.
I was almost waiting for that to happen, if I'm honest.
God's sake, pause.
But here comes Benny then. It's 2-0.
Just
Is
as
he going to be
bad.
the...
Just as bad when Mark said, "Oh, Mo had a moment."
Oh dear, did he?
A moment.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
A
man,
moment.
seriously. No, I don't know any that kind of run on American times, etc. I know we run GP3 on a Friday, which we still need to sort the time of that out, but we know the day is going to be a Friday now, of course. That has been officially confirmed. Benny has just really taken this to another level. Mo was very excited by that fact. So Benny, we're in the final corner now, guys. Through Raskas, straight down towards the finish line. Benny, just he's at the wall anyway. That's the first mistake he's
Hey,
made.
he's doing what I do best.
Oh, don't say that. Go on.
Class of his own in that one. 2-0. Next round, Brazil. Diddy
We've gone
has
past-
probably one of the hardest challenges of taking 3 races in a row from Benny, who, it must be said, is probably the top seed in the bottom half of the draw. It must be said. I can't really see many more in the bottom half that are going to give him too much of a, obviously, of a challenge. Obviously, I know Mo still on a bit of a high after beating Real Steel. Ironically, it's quite funny. Mo will know the name of his opponent after 8 o'clock, and he may be in this party right now. It could be it may be Skillen versus Mo in the second round. Anything can happen, guys. Anything can happen, of course.
Well, I'm not
Big
going to
scoff.
I'm not going to underestimate Thingy Tomster,
So Mo,
because I
I've got
know.
to say, mate. Sorry to interrupt your skill. It may be Mo come up with a really funny thing earlier. It may be the 2 jocks together, as he mentioned.
That's actually quite offensive.
You're the one who fucking said it yourself. Give over. Bleeding wet wipe. Anyway, so last race, guys. It could be the last one, unless Diddy manages to pull something out of the bag here. And people are going to be tuning in to hear this. I tell you.
Fucking trampy bastard cat. Oh shit, this is still the stream, isn't it?
No,
Oh, God.
we ended it about an hour ago, mate. The last one, anyway. Thank God.
We finished it when we were just going.
Yeah, man. We just had to turn it off because we knew your cat would piss
But you're
off the viewers
streaming
that much. Yeah, obviously. What if,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Well, you're the one who said you're gonna get my
Right.
channel fucking demonetized, so I hope you fucking realise that.
Yeah,
to
I've
be honest
heard
with
all
you. Yeah.
Well, sham.
Well, we're at Brazil. We're at
Cheers,
Brazil.
Skillen.
It's not really technically a street circuit. There's plenty of runoff, no closed barriers. So, I don't know. It's quite a wide track, plenty of overtaking. Several opportunities.
Plenty of opportunity
especially
as well to kind of invalidate your lap. As a few of us have
Yeah.
found out already, obviously the kind of runoff coming up from turn 5, literally run wide there, literally, and you kind of laps almost, well, it is invalidated as you go. But the kind of biggest
Yeah.
problem that these guys are having is this guy needs
Yeah,
to use
there's
mic
some
and
issues.
something,
Vouch for
man,
that. Race earlier on.
certainly was, mate.
Yeah, because the curbs in the Senate S's is just so wide.
Beckham Cox commented on a post. Who the hell is that? Look at that after. What? Okay, moving on.
Right. So here we go.
Diddy Dude. That's Diddy Dude. How is he going to take this? Now, this is going to be interesting to watch Diddy Dude here because it's going to be his first time outside of a street circuit.
Yeah.
So, to see how he adjusts. Mate, he is. It's going to be interesting to see if he can keep it going. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Benny's back.
Very lovely down
Wonder why
there.
it lasted.
Mate, he's handling this really. He's handling it a lot better than the street circuit. So Diddy Dude's having a really good race.
What
good
was it
lap here.
like watching me and Steele in Brazil? Because I only qualified on pole, like a
Validated.
part of a tenth of a second.
Give me a second, mate. Sorry.
0.039 it was.
Diddy has invalidated all 3 laps now, guys. Oh. That over eagerness to ride the curbs on strict corner cutting. Always bite you on the backside.
Even though Brazil is not really a street circuit, it's so easy to invalidate your lap time.
Certainly is. It's one of the ones where literally you ride a curb. It's one of the most punishing tracks as well, isn't it, in terms of that fact. And it's probably Diddy's closest to Benny. Are they just going to fly to the wall?
Yeah.
Really? Is that what they do? Wow, okay. Kai Pollitt in the comments, strict is the way to go. It certainly is. It's the
I've got a
only
message
race.
from that Puerto Rican cunt.
I've said leave me alone. Just block him, mate, to be honest with you. He's done. We're done with him. You know what I mean?
Is Jono there? Is he in the
Oh
car?
God.
I tell you what, Kai Pollitt, hashtag Team Diddy. Diddy's getting himself a couple of fans here, man, you know what I mean? So let's see if he can kind of capitalise on that. Get the fans back in. Sin also, strict is the way to go. It just is, you know, there's no point. I mean, in honesty, that's half of the reason why, obviously the main reason why I left RRL was because I was doing this. I wanted to dedicate my time to this.
Okay.
Give me a minute. Guys, do you know what? Do you want to see a trick?
What's that? The kick
What's
from
the
Barry
trick?
That.
Oh yes, the triple dot. That's very intriguing.
There you go. That's the trick, by the way. I kicked him out. You know, bum first. No. Okay. Anyway, got game sound back. This could be the
I
decider.
don't have game sound at all.
It's lights out and away we go. Diddy, the first time he's probably going to get himself on the inside here, but he's not capitalised. Benny has had a dream start. Exactly the one thing Diddy did not need. And good lord, Benny is absolutely
He's
away
just
here.
Flying.
Absolutely away.
A
This is, do you know what
second
this is?
Second after one corner.
This is like one complex, mate. Do you know what this is? This is a message to the top half of the draw, it must be. It must be. Jesus, man. Do you know who I don't want to be? His second round opponent. Jesus Christ. Diddy, to be
Or
honest,
the
it's not
quarter-final
actually-
opponent.
nothing has nothing to do with that, John. Nah, this is fine. We'll think about that when the time comes. Like, I'll let Swanee have him, or Lennon, of course. But Diddy here is putting on a much better showing than he has done in the previous one. Obviously, he's got a bit more track to kind of work with now. This was where Scotty, of course, on lap, I believe it was lap 2, blew his chance. He was all over Jerb. He was keeping pace with Jerb, which I was quite impressed with Scotty. But then, of course, 3 mistakes in 3 races ended that opportunity. Benny already 2.3 seconds up the road. This is almost like a Michael Schumacher-esque drive from back in the day, man. You know, when he used to just take off and make people change channel. It's like that, isn't it?
It was like 2004 when like Michael Schumacher just won the world
won everything, didn't he?
championship at France. He won it in France, which was like round 10 out of like 16 or something like that.
Just amazing. But
I know.
the thing here with Benny as well, it's hard for Benny as well if you think about it in that particular case, because he has got Bingley there.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's only a short season, but trust me, from GP2 standpoint, it ain't just a short fucking season for me, man. You know what I mean? It's there. You want to win it. And ironically, Skillen, funnily enough, you've been in this party as we're gonna watch this play out here. Unless Benny makes a mistake, this looks like a 3-0. But you know, it's one of them where you are
never
now in the
know.
championship fight. You were in the championship fight, 50 points down.
Well, I would say so, yeah. But it's not just me. In my opinion, it's a 6-horse race.
Yep, if
Because
you're in
you've
it,
got
Carlos Clutchy.
Carzola.
No, Carlos gone, mate. He is out for 2 weeks. That's why we had to replace him today. Which is a shame, because Carzola's been really good and really consistent. Had a dodgy race in Monza.
Yeah.
But then we all have dodgy races. You know what I mean? It happens. I mean, we've all fell foul to some form of penalty or other. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, I mean, these guys are dedicating. Or Mark has happily kind of put me as the guy who's going to be running the show while Mark's away, of course. And like, I'm going to be running the show knowing that I've got a penalty of some sort. You know, it just goes to show that the kind of humility in this league is second to none. You know what I mean? If you do something and fuck up, you put your hands up and take it. Like, for example, I'm not going to reveal the penalties here, but obviously we've got Jono in party. He knows something will happen to him this week, obviously. You know, other than the fact Cadjust is probably going to try and burn his house down. What? Oh, right, I thought something had happened.
Nearly went off. Hunted it.
Mate, I like
Stayed
your
on track.
reactions. I want to do a co-commentary with you. You shit me up, mate. I was watching both cars.
That's what it's like, it's
like,
cause I'm a
what?
betting man. I like watching racing and anything. Anything that happens, it's like, oh.
You get proper pumped for it,
Always
mate,
goes
don't you?
on.
Do you know what? You guys all know who are watching. You guys all know Mo as the banterful person, but the fan. Oh, there goes the 2-second penalty. Sorry to interrupt myself there. Best type of interruptions. Diddy, I think this is curtains, guys. Barring Benny making a huge mistake. But yeah, going back to that, Mo, obviously being the banterful guy of the group, probably the banterful guy of the group. When it gets into racing, like I've been in party with him personally, you know, in terms of races, and it's just like a trigger, isn't it? It's like a trigger mode where you just kind of get into sort of that mode where it's like, it's serious now. And you get so zoned into it, even though this is only a fucking game. It happens.
I just don't like arseholes. If you are one, I'll let you know.
Well, you called me a cunt, so I guess that's a compliment. Benny, currently 7 seconds up the road here, guys, from Diddy. To be fair, I have to say, this has been a much better showing from Diddy in this race. It has been, compared to the previous year, where obviously he's had a lot of incidents, street circuits. It's a shame that he couldn't really kind of capitalise it. And if you look at it from this standpoint, Benny's fastest lap is a 1:10.4. Diddy's is a 1:11.8. It's not a million miles away. And in fact, I think Benny has been caught here, actually, slightly. Back down to 7.3 seconds.
That's almost like, if you compare Diddy's lap to like GP1 standards, I think he'll be like sort of midfield-ish.
Midfield to kind of bottom half, you'd say, wouldn't you? Kind of in a way. Sint, by the way, to answer the question that you put on the chat, sorry to interrupt, Skillen, we will be doing something very similar to this. It'll get announced the day of the final. So, I've already planned it out. A lot better planning than this, because this is kind of ad hoc. A load of people showed interest. We were getting random chavs giving Bingley 1v1 challenges, which is really fucking funny. But guys, going back on topic.
Last night?
The other week it was, mate. But we're going to go back now. Benny has come here to do a job, to get the win. 3-0 sweep Benny into round 2.
Yep.
Final turn from third.
Diddy, much better showing here. It was, Mo. Much better race.
Benny's just
but
on a
not
different
enough.
level.
He is,
So
mate.
Benny
I mean,
will-
that is a statement.
Solid victory for Benny.
Yep. So Benny will progress to the next round, and he will either face Operator or SF1 Senna.
And that there.
Same though, because there's literally, I don't know anyone specifically he could face that is that much better than Benny. I say the top two are Benny and Bingley.
But then you remember you've also got Robbo and Towley. And AJ.
Yeah.
I'm
I'd
sort
still
of.
say
I
Benny and
think
Bingley top two.
in our part of the draw, Benny will beat all 7 of us, I think, personally. But then, if you have your moments, then you never know. You know, I mean, yourself, Mo, you gave yourself no chance with Steele today, and you were absolutely on it. And he wasn't. And you got through. All depends about what happens after the 5 races, you know what I mean?
Just
Or
a
the
shame I
4
couldn't
races.
finish 5 league races in a row.
Well, you've got, are you going to be here next weekend? You're asleep before we do go off air?
I might actually be here this weekend.
That's what I meant, this weekend.
Obviously. Me actually, I'll Facebook you obviously.
Yes, mate. Obviously, we're not going to talk about it on air, obviously. But just want to say, Benny, if you've got your audio included, mate, congratulations. Kept it nice and simple, nice and clean. I don't even have to ask you how it went, because you probably heard on the stream how it went. We were here talking about it. But might as well just say, from your perspective, mate, anything you could have done better, really. Nice question.
Not really. Let's be honest. just kept it clean. That was all I was
I
hoping
could
for.
point out
Really.
a few things.
Fucking hell, Mo. Jesus.
I don't want to get started. I don't want to get started with you, Mo. I really don't.
I'm only joking, mate. It wasn't too bad,
I know
right?
you were. Too bad.
Too bad.
You've seen what you can do. But okay, now here's a question. We've not asked this to any of the previous opponents. SF1 Senna, operator. Who do you want to face and why? Who wouldn't you want to face and why? Better question.
I would like to face Senna, simply because he was the one that introduced me into the league all the way back, like 6 months ago.
Mm.
And at that point, when I joined, he was a bit like, you know, quite a bit quicker than me. So I want to see how much I've progressed from then.
That was a bit of an insight to you guys. Obviously, I didn't know that myself, and I'm in the admin team. I don't have a fucking clue about this shit. But Benny, congratulations. Diddy, what happened, mate? First 2 races. You got your order included.
I just crashed, didn't I? I don't know. I think I'm not used to racing with such strict corner cutting. I think. Well, it's a bit of a shoddy excuse, but you know, I don't. You know, I start off quite the same pace Benny does, so you know, congrats to him and all that.
It's the way forward, mate. Obviously, you've got.
It's just a bit of
very,
fun,
very-
really, isn't it? So,
Well,
Yeah, mate.
yeah, I'll say yeah.
well, I'd like to think so. Maybe some people don't, but you know.
Or I tell you, when you get behind the wheel, though, mate, or behind the pad, it's one of them where
Oh, I
it
know.
does get
Yeah, I
serious.
know.
There's no other way around it, is there? You know what I mean? But no, it was designed really to kind of take people's distraction away from the league. Obviously, we've had a, you know, not gonna kind of dive away from it. We've had a few heated weeks, you know, where the incidents come out and the reports.
I've seen
It's
one of
something-
that. I've seen one of them apology posts. You know,
Fucking hell,
something big must have
like,
happened.
Fuck me, Jesus.
Oh,
It's
God.
just one of them where it's just kind of something else to get people's teeth sunk into. It's the talk of SF1, and to be honest with you, it's almost the talk of the community. No individual league has ever done this before at such a high amount of people.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to kind of make it a success, and well, we're halfway through already within 24 hours, so I'm assuming we're not doing too much of a bad job. But right then, to let you know the order of play tomorrow, I will be back streaming from 9 o'clock. I don't know who it's going to be with yet. Well, obviously, you'll see me online and we'll introduce it tomorrow. There is a race tomorrow at 5 PM between Lennon and Swanee. Lennon 2K10 will probably be streaming that from his point of view. We have Absolute LOL versus Smoke Spaceman, that is at 8 PM tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we also have the Skillen Tomster race, which will be covered by, of course, one of the SF1 lads. Also in the pipeline tomorrow, we've got SF1 Senna and Operator, Jono and Ouija. And have I missed anyone else out there, guys? I don't think I have. So that literally is 5 or 6 races in a space of 24 hours. So hopefully we can really begin to get this motored. And if we do finish this off before the weekend, we may even extend round 2, just to give us a bit more time to do it, obviously. But big party tonight, guys. Diddy and Benny, congratulations for Benny. Commiserations for Diddy. We'll be seeing you, mate, in the all-new GP3 starting in September on the new game.
Thank you.
Benny, of course, we'll be seeing you again on my channel on Sunday, challenging Biddy, fuck him. Bingley, challenging Bingley. Oops. Challenging Bingley for the SF1 crown. You'll be seeing myself racing on Saturday along with Mel and Skillen. We're going to be around Malaysia and I'm going to be crying, so that's good. They're probably not going to be. And
That's good for me, mate.
Your hand on.
yeah, tell me about it. We've got Jono and Benny going to be in GP1, of course, trying their luck around the track. This has been Poz, Mo, Skillen, Jono, Diddy, Benny. Much love. Take care. All the best. Speak to you very, very soon for the next stream.
Oh.
Bye bye.